Hi guys, here it's not 4, it's a 4:30 in the morning, and I have another RC short night because I'm in love with this truck. I knew when I see this truck that I would love it. I knew because it's an Arrma and that from the structure I will be happy with. What I don't know is what happened with the body and with the tires and with the weight from the truck, with the electronics. And I want to thank RC Jam Jam. Hi buddy, I listen to you. I have a wire going from the camera to the 220 volts power system here in Europe to not have more LiPo cutoff on the camera. Also high 6-shooter. So it's not many times that this happens, that I'm really super happy out from the box with an RTR. This year we was really how to say, I don't know the English word about it, but many brands made us happy. I get the Timesso DB8. I knew this will be a good truck because I had the ST8 back in the time, and this is an awesome RTR. I had really no issue with the truck, nothing to change. The tires are a little bit soft. If you are on rough terrain you will cut it off, but it's all what happens. The servo died because of me. I had a stone in the car and no problem, I fixed the issue. The Serpent MTE monster truck, she says, this is really something make me over happy. I never was a big Serpent fan, never an RTR fan, and as I get the Serpent I wake up and wow, this is an amazing job. We get years and years back the X-Max. You know I love this X-Max. Clearly we have some typical Traxxas issue with the truck, servo, bearings and some stuff, but it's really a hog and I love it. And now we get from Arrma this baby, and this is a big Traxxas slash. Why I tell this? Not because Traxxas slash, okay, someone of you hates Traxxas. I love every brand. I had the Traxxas slash back in the time, the first one comes out for a few years, 10 years or so, and it was a blast. I sent this baby to hell and back. I destroyed all. The CVD destroyed, the bearing, I make this truck little. I destroyed it. I rebuilt it, I re-destroyed it, I rebuilt it. It was really a blast to drive because he can really take some hard abuses. Then I had many other better trucks. Hobao 10SC, Losi 10SC 4x4, Timesso 110 skill 4x4, and many other trucks. And now I have this baby. You know I love this size of trucks, and as I take it out from the box, first of all I was happy with the form from the body. The suspension feels smooth. I had a little bit strange feeling about the tires, but no way, these tires are super good. The rubber is hard, so they take really hard terrain, stone, gravel. I even jump on a cross track from on a bike cross track, hit some wood piece, some nails, and really hard stuffs. The tires are still in one part. The most of the time you destroy the tire here between the rim and the tire. You cut it off, and here Arrma make something I don't check in the unboxing. Here you are soft, you feel soft, but the rubber is hard, and here the rubber is over hard. You have here a really big part of rubber protecting and provide the tire to be destroyed on the side. These tire balloons, but because of the hole in there, it's not an issue. I drive in so much water, a whole pack. After that, I go home, clean the truck, oil the truck. I don't disassemble it, just dry it with air and oil the whole truck. I get all the water out from the tire. The foam is still in one part. I drive 6-pack for my batteries here in a row on this truck. I go out in the afternoon with 6 of this battery and put one each another in the truck on different field. I drive in a flat field, I drive in a on gravel, I drive in sand, I drive on a bike a cross piste, and I drive in water, and I drive on asphalt. The grass was a little bit it was just after the rain, so the grass was not dry, and in no case I have stability issue with the truck. It has a really super good suspension tire mix, and even if in short curves we always has the problem with the big weight in the top, for make it roll over you have to really drive bad. It's clear when you drive fast and hit something you will send it to the moon. I have several crashes. The first pack was okay, then I overroll from a front flip because of a stone, then I go a little bit harder, and at the third pack I go really hard, and after it was no more new I go harder. And I really, on every terrain I drive this afternoon I had a blast of fun. I feel it with mud. After that it was so heavy that it was on the ground. Yeah. So I go to clean it. I found a big, how to say in English, when rain comes down you have a hole in the ground who fills with water. How to say this in English I don't know, but I find a big one and go full throttle, forwards, backwards, and all side. I make hydroplaning on the water without any issue. I clean it so. Then I go home, I will say dry it, oil it, and this is the way it comes out. Don't fear, I drive this truck more than 1.5 hours like a brain dead. I just, okay, like I said, the first pack the brain was on, after the second pack the brain was off, and I have just fun. Throttle! Yeah. The body shell is awesome. Arrma here makes an awesome job on the body shell. The first body shell I had on a short course who not dies really fast was the Team SO8 because of the big cage in there and the fat Lexan part. All other RC truck I had, I destroyed the body less than 3 months. And this one is still in one piece after several hits because of the body mount system. We have here a good protection from the front bumper, a good protection for the rear bumper because of these parts here going in the rear wings. The roll cage is really well done. It's not too big, not too heavy, and the fact that these are on flexible mounts is just awesome, because you will see it on video. I hit at really fast speed a big stone, a rock in the front. I squeeze all together here, the bumper takes the hit, the body goes backward on the flexible suspension system from the body mounts, and you see here I not have destroyed the body here on the clips, because this is the first thing that happened on a Lexan body. The Lexan go through the pin. You have the pin under the hood and the hood over the pin, and you have destroyed the body here. I have nothing. I have nothing brokes on the body, even not here and the back. This is awesome, because this is the weakest point from the shortcross body. So thanks Arrma, this is a blast. Then in the truck is now clean, because it's my job. Don't forget, my job is to overhaul RC, so it's absolutely normal when I make a review that I have clean truck to show you. It's not because it's clean that I not have drive it. And this time I have a big proof, many proof. Here I broke just one part from the body mount, my fault, not a big issue. I will put some tie wrap and go drive again with. The front bumper is still in one part after 3 or 4 big hits in the front. Even if I was sure that the rear bumper is better made than the front, and I have a little bit fear that I will destroy the front, it's not happen. He takes really all. Here you see I crack the front A-arm, but to do this I make a big drive mistake. I go full throttle on asphalt, hit the brake for take a turn, 90-degree turn, and over brake. The tire blocked here, the truck goes straight away in a stone and hit here with full speed a stone, and I just have this little crack here. And I can only say one thing: these arms are the toughest arm from this side I ever had in the hand. That's awesome. I surely gonna take an Arrma Typhoon and put a front and rear axle from a Mojave on the Typhoon to make a shrapnel. After the big front hit, I have fear that the chassis was bent. He's still straight. This skid plate also make an awesome job. I drive through gravel with full speed, you will see it on the video, and I even have just a few little scratches on the chassis, no more destroying from the chassis plate. Thank this. I have no issue with the shocks. I just have to adjust a little bit the spring loads after driving, because when you're driving with the lipo in and all the gravel, the truck was slowly going down here, and the suspension was too soft, so I always hit the ground and every bumps. So I just put a little bit more of temperate. What I'm surely gonna do is change the suspension oil, because you see here in the rear we are thick, in the front we are too soft for my kind of drive. So I will take the front oil apart, fill from the right damper in the front damper the oil, from the left in the left, and then take the front oil I get out from the shocks and fill it in the rear, because it's new oil. Why put it away and put new oil, fresh oil in it? I will just change the setup so, because I personally love to drive the front harder and the back softer. Exactly the opposite what I done here. But you will see it on the video, the suspension from these trucks works awesome. It's not a typical shortcut with a rear solid axle, because it's a truck made to bash, and it's 100% bulleye hit from Arrma. This truck is, you must have one. If you are thinking if you should get one, you can get one, really. I have no issue with the servo. I make him the life hard. I go left, right, left, right, left, right, the whole pack. I make little course for test the servo. He was hot, but still survive. I had little issue with gravel in the ESC, because the ESC here is the design from the ESC. You have two big holes. They had to make little holes here, it's not really an issue. Just put something on the ESC here to protect or provide gravel to go in. You can use a dusty shroud. You can use a buggy body. The front, you take an old buggy body, you cut out the front and put the front of the buggy body here. It's easy to fix, so you have no gravel comes there and you have still air in the back. It's not a problem. The combo with this weight has way enough power. It's clear when you use the full power. You will see the first battery I drive about a fourth hour with driving normal, and then I make a drive full power. I'd really drive this way, full power in every direction on a flat surface, and then in 8 minutes the battery was down. That's not a miracle, it's absolutely normal. And then the motor was really hot, the battery was really hot. We had here about 80 to 20 degrees Celsius at this time, so take care, don't do this in the summer, you will destroy your LiPo. So that's why I'm thinking going a little bit. I have two solutions, or I gear down. With the 62 pinion gear, this truck is really fast. They do this to have the same end speed maybe as the UDR, but I personally not need this kind of speed in this kind of truck. So I maybe gonna gear down to 14 tooths to have less heat, to have more run time and let the stock electronic, or I go to AS system, not to go faster. I rate my AS system to go the same speed or even a little bit less than the stock one here, but with AS, if I take a 82mm motor with 1600 kV, I will have way more runtime and absolutely no heat issue, even if I don't, take my brain off. If I cut my brain off and hit the throttle in AS with a slower kV, maybe a San Reaper motor, 1450 kV motor, will be on the right place in this truck. So I have the same power than 6S, but can drive without any brain and without any heat issue. The servo will be stand maybe in place until he die, to see how long he will hold without change it. And I will make the same trick with the truck. Normally when I go to deep water and wash the car after, I disassemble my car, but I'm on the way to test this, so I will make what I make with my first Slash, what I make with my first X-Max, what I make with every first truck I want to hold here in my garage. I go rough with it. I will jump it, I will crash it, I will just put it in water to clean it and then put oil on the truck until something died in the truck. It's clear when I kill a bearing on a heat or something, I will change it. I will take care of my main bearing here on the back. This is the first, maybe who gonna die here. If I clearly see that something gonna stop to work here, I open the truck in video so we can see what happens in the truck. But I can tell you, because I know Arrma, that's why I love Arrma, that this truck will maybe drive 1 year before I destroy something in the differentials or destroy totally the bearings. Many people claim that the Arrma bearing are not waterproof out from the box. Okay, it's so, but it's a fact that this double Z bearing are really tough. If you oil it after each run, this bearing will really hold a long time. No problem. Here in Europe, this car comes for 700 euros. That's way more than you get it in USA. I see the truck for 550 bucks, not box, thanks 6-shooter. So in America, for this price, it's the best value you can get on a shortcut, because it's the price from by us in Europe. For 550 euros you get a Traxxas Slash. Here it costs, this one costs 700 euros. I think it's too much because it's just a stock Arrma transmission. It's all parts they have already. But think that I have changing the arms, the bumpers, that I really overthinking the protection for the body. The worst point on a short course is every time the body who dies first. And in this one they have really overthinking all what's protect the body. The side are really super, you see it, overflex. The bumper are big, bright and flex, and the mount are flex, the center protection are flex, and all this really is a big job from Arrma. It's also one from the only RTR trucks who I love, the stock tires, and nothing's wrong on this truck. Nothing's wrong. The cutoff from the ESC works fine. The also the temperature, the heat cutoff, because I have 4 times heat issue because something stops the fan to work here. Next time I just put a little election sheet here in the front so nothing can goes on this part. Put a little, just a little protection here, and that's all. All works fine. 2 hours long in really bad condition for the truck. So I'm over happy. And I think here that for the 10th anniversary that Arrma do for us here an example from a truck. This is, it can tell here without any fear to be wrong that this is my absolute, from the last 50 years or 20 years, favorite short course, RC short course with the Timesso SC8. It's clear. These 2 trucks are for me the best as you can get. Even okay, you can have a Losi 5T, but it's a gas version. You now have brushless version, but brushless version is not at the good point at this moment. And I don't also think, for me, the 5T is too bright for his long, and is too bright for his too long, for his longness. Don't how to explain this. It's a driving square. No, I really like this size. I like the toughness of this truck. I like the power of this truck, and yeah. Even if I think in beginning that the price was too high from this truck, I now after I've drive it, I really think that I have a real top value for what I pay. I have here really a blast, and that's why I'm here in 5 hours in the morning, because I'm going to load my lipos and I go back to drive. I have a lot to work. Usually I begin my workday at 7 AM, overhauling RC the whole day. Little time for sports and time for my family, but today maybe I'm gonna make 1 or 2 overhaul less and go more driving. Sorry for those who have to wait for the overhaul, but I have here a real good excuse, and if you don't have it, get one. Really. If you don't know what to take, if you are thinking, should I take a Traxxas Slash, should I take a new DR, should I take the the Baja Ray? Don't take the Baja Ray, it's a shitty truck. The Baja Ray has the half of the suspension travel this one has in the front, and if you are on the brake, he's so down and the bump stops, then if something comes here, the car just jumps away. It's a bad choice, and also the 6S combo in the Super Rock in the Super Baja Ray is a failure. I hope that Losi will make us Baja Ray and Super Rock Ray version 2, Also they do on the DB Pro. Wonderful what they done. The Fox edition and the Lucas Oil edition are amazing. They also do DBXL2 version. It's also they have really make a footstep forward in their preparation from RTR. I don't gonna take the DBXL2 because I want to take another brand. I want to go to check MCD, but they really make a better job on the DBXL2. Still a 2-week combo. Sorry, but 8S and 50 kilograms is too less. Imagine this truck with 3S. What will happen if you put here 3S for drive at the same speed and with the 6S? You will kill the battery. That's exactly what happens to you on the low Z. So such a big truck needs 12S. And what have you over SC? Have you over SC in the size? No. So clearly, if you don't know what to take as SC, if you are even the Senton, the Arrma Senton has more power because it's the same power system in a lighter truck. The Senton has 5 kilograms, you have here 7 kilograms, so the Senton is a powerhouse in front of this, but they are all too so tough. But you have here a real point which is better than the Senton. The longer wheelbase make the car really more stable on hitting the throttle with 6S, and you have a bigger suspension travel than the Senton. Okay, if you not have room enough to take this one, Senton will be better, but maybe I don't know if Arrma gonna stop the Senton or make a new version of it. I don't know, but this baby, I stop here to okay, love Arrma, love this, love that. I stop. In every case, if you love it, if you want to check it, if you want to get it, get one, drive it, and you will be happy. It's clear. And now it's time to go, and no fear, I'm still not an outsider channel. I don't tell you to take Arrma because I'm paid by Arrma. You know I'm not paid by any brand, and even the brand I love, I go hard with. I love Traxxas, but the E-Max is an absolutely shit part. The Traxxas Max is a absolutely wrong part. 650 euro for a 4.5 kilogram monster truck, who's not bigger than the old E-Max, with a smaller motor. What? Go home, Traxxas, with the Max. Go home. But I love the X-Max. By Arrma, I love Creighton, Talion, Typhoon, Senton, Limitless, Infraction. I love it, but don't have it because I just love it normally. But this baby, this is something we're gonna see many times in the garage, like the X-Max. The X-Max is one of the only truck I get here since more than 3 or 4 years, and with my FG on road. And this will be the third truck I will hold here. Then I have many overturn, it's clear. Sometimes I buy one, sell it, buy another one, make other setups. But yeah, you know me, you know if I don't stop to say love, 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 is that I really love this truck. I'm really super happy with, and he needs absolutely no version 2. Like he is here is just top. And that's how I say at the beginning from the video, not something happens many times. Oh, I forget. I tell you, Serpent MTE, T-Master DB8, Low Z, SC10, DB Pro. The Pro version, at this point I don't have one here, but I had the old version from the SC10B, and the DB Pro is just a little bit better than the old SC10B, so I can tell you this Low Z will be a blast for an RTR. This one is a blast for an RTR, and yeah, for pleasure truck, I think that's all. There are maybe many others, but I not have at this point test all others. Bye guys, have a nice day, and buy one.